Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you a shoutcast between Sjow and Elfi, the game 4 in a best of 5 series here in the Delta Quadrant. Sjow spawning as the red Terran player. Meanwhile, I have Elfi spawning over here as the blue Protoss. So blue Protoss versus red Terran here in the Delta Quadrant. Last game on Lost Temple, very exciting, very short match. It was not an all-in play by Elfi, but it was rather a very strong one-base play. And now that I've been watching a lot more games recently and trying to predict where the metagame will be moving, I believe one-base gameplay will become a much more standard style of play, especially as players are just fine-tuning a lot of their build orders for very early aggression. A lot of players recently have been getting caught off guard with not all-in pushes, but one-base pushes, which lead them into the mid-game very well tech-wise, so on and so forth. So I'll probably talk about that in a look behind the numbers on why one-base play is just becoming so much more popular, and try to explain it with numbers. We now see Sjow setting up a 12 racks over here by this front door, and now we'll be trying to rally some Marines into this location here. Now, one of the issues with the Marines and Marauders, or Marines and just early Terran units, is they fall very easily compared to Protoss units. Now, the Protoss units, however, are obviously much more expensive, but with only one production building coming in from Sjow, he will have a very difficult time trying to hold this location. A lot of Terran players are recently placing bunkers on their front door very early, just in case that there's even one zealot and a one stalker push. Unless you have very accurate micro, it is very difficult to stop a one zealot one stalker push without that early bunker there. We do see that there is a supply depot now being built by Sjow, so Sjow obviously getting a backdoor wall just in case any stalkers try to blink into this location here. Also, pylon warping in is very common, as well as one probe now pulling back. It looks as though, yes, one Marine giving chase to that one probe, so that probe perhaps going to activate this Onaga watchtower, and that Marine just continues to give chase. The Marine will be able to find this one probe here, and the probe knows that the Marine is away from that front door. We do have one zealot in the center of the map. Perhaps it will try to test the waters here with only one Marine on that front door, and it may get taken down very easily. One Marine now on the move, and now as one zealot on the move as well, so the zealot may be able to simply just walk up this ramp and take down those two Marines. Two Marines are not enough to hold off against the rest of those units. One Stalker also going to be able to finish off a Marine, and that Stalker only took shield damage as well, so things are not looking good. Two Marines against one Zealot. Those Marines now trying to back off, and now a Stalker and a Zealot will be able to simply walk up this ramp before the bunker was placed down. Sjow now getting up 3 Marines, need to get some SCVs as well, and no Hellion there. One Marine now trying to back off. That Marine taking a fair amount of damage already as those Marines microing back and forth. 4 SCVs continuing this fight. However, those SCVs gung-ho running straight into the claws on the side blades of those Zealots, as the Zealot now trying to deal more damage. 2 Stalkers and 1 Zealot continuing to push. That one Stalker, however, not being microed back. A new Stalker needs to come up that ramp in just a moment and try to be that front Stalker, taking some of that damage. That bunker, however, now in trouble as well, as both sides continuing to fight, dealing a lot of damage, focusing down some of those SCVs. Zealot has been taken down, and now the Stalker being very nicely microed by Elfi. Elfi doing a great job with these Stalkers, making sure that that front Stalker is the one with shields. So Elfi microing this battle absolutely perfectly. However, the bunker looks like it will be completed, and as soon as those Marines jump into that bunker, yeah, those Stalkers need to pull away. The Hellion able to get off one final attack on that Stalker, and now Elfi going to be forced to pull back, but Elfi doing a lot of just great damage there. You can see Elfi currently sitting on 20 Harvesters compared to Sjow's 16, and now Sjow going to transition into a Stargate. So it's going to be a 2-gate into a Stargate build. Very strong build once again. Void Rays and Zealots, most likely Zealots will be trained just because Void Rays are very gas intensive. The Stargate also a very gas intensive building, and now Chrono boosting that Warp Gate ability. So we may getting a proxy pylon perhaps somewhere over here, and then walking in units up this ramp. Back over here, we now see that the backdoor nearing completion for Sjow, and now we also are now getting most likely a Stargate in just a moment. There's not enough production buildings really coming in from Sjow at this time, and that's going to be a very bad sign indeed. One Void Ray already being built, and now Sjow getting a lot of supply depots. He's currently sitting on 33 over 51, and now going to get up to 34 over to 59, and that is a very bad use of minerals by Sjow. Sjow essentially wasting about 300 minerals at this stage in the game, wasting 400 minerals at this stage in the game when he could be producing more units. And once again, the bunker holding off this front door. However, with no reactor on this barracks, he's not going to be able to train up enough Marines to hold off any of those Void Rays. I believe Void Rays are now coming in, or yeah, now one Void Ray now moving in. A second Void Ray will be coming in momentarily as well. Could be chrono boosted to try to get out about 10 seconds earlier. There we go, now being chrono boosted, and now 2 gateways upgrading into warp gates with that pylon near this front door. So army wise, you can take a look. 625 for Elfi versus Sjow 700. However, Sjow 700, it does not, or sorry, Elfi 700 also has a lot more gas, and those Void Rays will be able to charge off of this pylon or off of these destructible rocks back here and try to do a 2-pronged attack, one at the front door, one at the back door at the same time. We do see that there are siege tanks. Taking a look at Sjow. Sjow currently has 8 Marines between this bunker and this, and the 4 Marines that are currently out, now getting 9 Marines, and now getting a Raven. So he's going for a Raven just because he saw Dark Templars earlier, and he wants to get a Raven. However, he should really be trying to get a Viking, and that's going to be a definite problem indeed. Elfi also getting the Twilight Council, so going to maybe transition into Dark Shrine later. But now the Void Ray now coming in and simply going to be able to take down that bunker very, very easily. Very, very fast damage. Zealots soaking up a lot of that damage so far, and now those Void Rays finishing off most of these units. Zealots trying to take down more of those Marines. Only 4 Marines left, and those Void Rays should be able to finish them off very, very easily. And now with only 2 Void Rays in the air, Elfi, even though he has the smaller army inside this attacking force, nothing can attack the air. In comes an auto turret, however, that is an armored unit quickly getting taken down. Down goes that Raven as well. And now things are going to be looking very bad. Siege tanks on the move to try to deal damage. We'll be able to take down this one pylon over here, but the Void Rays already in the base will be able to deal a lot of damage very, very quickly. Down goes that tech lab, and now trying to deal damage towards those SCVs. SCVs don't even stand a chance here. Both of them just getting targeted down very, very quickly. SCVs now trying to pull back. We do see siege tanks once again on the move as a last-ditch attack effort, trying to walk up this ramp. We do have a couple Zealots over here on the low ground, as those Void Rays are now going to go after that one Viking. Viking has a range of 9 and attacks much, and has a much longer range attack. SCVs underneath that Viking try to constantly repair it, but things are not looking good. Back and forth. We do see Stalkers now focusing down this siege tank. The siege tank will not be able to hold its own against those Stalkers simply because of numbers. And once again, Void Rays. Last game, Dark Templars. This game, Void Rays. And Sjow just getting caught completely off guard once again. Sjow, I'm getting a little bit greedy here, building way too many supply depots. You can see with those supply depots in play, I believe at one point he was sitting at 34 over 67 food. And if he had just gotten an engineering bay and 1 missile turret at this front door, this whole entire fight would be completely different. We do see that he was trying to get more barracks and trying to get more Marines. However, yeah, this aggressive build, this very, very aggressive tech build simply rolled over by Void Rays in his base. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening, I hope you guys enjoyed Game 4 in this series. I believe I have a Game 5. I'm not sure if it's a best of 5 series anymore, or if I'm just simply casting these games out of order. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed this 1v1 replay here in the Delta Quadrant between Sjow and Elfi.